America's Best, where I bring you the best of the best and more. Well, today I'm going to be doing a review. Tasty, this company, they have a YouTube channel and they have lots of different videos that they do all the time. And I saw these at the grocery store and I wanted to try what their products taste like and if it's something that you should try as well. So the three cookies I'm going to try, this is a Galaxy stuffed cookie. This is cookies and cream. And this one is Campfire s'mores. And these are all stuffed cookies. They have chocolate in the middle. So the first one I'm going to do is this one, which is the Galaxy stuffed cookies. And in the box, when you open it, it has two packages. One package of blue Galaxy teal, and this one is space purple. And then it also comes with some sprinkles and this box with white chocolate. So the recipe is to take one of these bags and put it in the bowl and then add 2 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of butter. So this one is the purple. So I'm going to add it to this bowl. Now it says to mix this with a mixer, but I don't think you need a mixer, but I brought my mixer out just in case. And this is my 2 tablespoons of water and my 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add that all in and mix it till I have a nice dough. It's supposed to be a thick dough because you're supposed to be able to roll it together with the blue. So I'm going to mix this together, and once this gets mixed together, if there's any products out there that you have seen and you've been wanting to try it but you're not too sure, then put it in the comment section and I will try it out for you. This is not so purple as I thought. I thought it was going to be more purple, but it looks almost gray. Doesn't look so purple. But we'll see how it works out. But it has come together into a dough. Okay. This is the blue. And I'm going to mix this water and butter together. We'll see how this recipe comes out. Looks pretty interesting. I do a stuffed red velvet cookie. You can look for that recipe. We'll add that into the description box so that you can go to my own homemade red velvet stuffed cookies. It's a really delicious cookie. Stuffed cookie, if you like those kind of cookies. But I like the idea of just putting a piece of chocolate in the middle of a cookie and seeing how that comes out. But we're going to give this one a go and see how it comes out. So these have to be refrigerated till they get a little firmer, and then we'll be back to finish the recipe. Okay, we're back. And the dough is nice and chilled. So it says roll out the dough to a 12-inch log. So I'm going to roll this out and guesstimate how far 12 inches is. And then roll the blue one out the same length. So that's about 12 inches, give or take. And now I'm going to roll the blue one out. And you really can do this with a sugar cookie dough if you wanted to make it look like this galaxy, which is a trend on YouTube. They make all kinds of galaxy cookies, galaxy cakes. So you could take this and put blue food coloring in two different colors of either blue or purple or black and blue, and make your own galaxy cookies at home without using this mix like this. Okay, so now that the two doughs are rolled out, it says take the two rolls and twist them together. So you just kind of want to twist them together so that you can get one roll, because you want to get some of the blue and some of the purple in each cookie. So then it says roll these into 1-inch balls, or roll 12 balls. This is supposed to make 12 cookies. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'll cut it in half again, and then I'll cut each piece 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4, 5, and 6. And this one, we'll cut it in half, and then cut 3 pieces from this, and then 3 pieces from this one, and that gives us our 12 pieces. And if it doesn't look too even, you can always take some away from another one and make them more even. But there's your 12 pieces. It says roll them in a ball. So you're just gonna roll them in the ball. This is a very sticky dough, I will say that. I don't like that. So maybe if you froze it a little bit longer, maybe it wouldn't be as sticky. But it is a really sticky dough. And I added flour to the outside of it once it was halfway through the freezing process. I put a little bit of flour on the outside so it wouldn't be so sticky. And this one is a little large, so I'm going to take some of this one and put it on this one, which is a little smaller. Okay, so here's our dozen cookies, and now the rest of the box says to take some of the chocolate 6 squares and cut them in half, because each piece is going to go in the middle of one of these cookies. So I've already did some of them. I'm just going to do the other 2. And now I'm going to take each one of these and put it in the middle of one of these cookies. So I'm going to put that in the middle and draw the cookie dough all around it. And that's one. I'm going to take another one. Like I said, this is a very soft dough. You might want to put it back in the freezer before you get to this part, so that you can make sure all your dough gets enclosed, or at least in the refrigerator for some time. But I'm gonna keep on going because I can. So I'm gonna keep on going with this, and this one looks a little bit. Each one of these cookies will have a little bit of chocolate center, and that will be the little filling inside the cookie, making it a stuffed cookie. So I'm just gonna keep on going until all the cookies are stuffed. And when you first start your process, go ahead and put your oven on 350 degrees and preheat the oven so that the oven is nice and ready when you're ready to put your cookies in. My oven is already ready to go. So as soon as I'm done with these cookies, stuffing them up, then I will bake them. And it says we're going to bake them for 12 to 13 minutes. Yes, 12 to 13 minutes. So I'm almost finished getting these cookies done. And I'm gonna finish. It's really easy. I mentioned my red velvet stuffed cookie recipe. You're actually stuffing it with a soft center. It's a cream type center, so it's not this hard piece of chocolate, which makes it really easy to mold the dough around. It's not as easy with my red velvet cookies. Doable, but not as easy. When you're putting a piece of chocolate in the middle of something, it makes it really easy to mold your dough around it. And 2 more, and we'll be done. And I'm just making an indentation in the middle and plopping that down in the indentation and then pulling the cookie around it. So that's what you basically want to do. Make a little thumb fingerprint in the middle. I'll do it again. You're going to make a fingerprint in the middle. A little fingerprint. And then drop your chocolate in that fingerprint and then pull your cookie dough over that center. And then, yes, now they're ready to bake. And all these little extra scraps that you see on this cutting board, if I see a cookie that's a little bit smaller, I'll add that. And our cookies are baked. And now we have to take the remaining piece of white chocolate and microwave it on high for 30 seconds until it's completely melted. And then we will finish the cookies up and see what they come out like. I'll be right back. Okay, so our white chocolate is melted, and now I'm going to drizzle it on top, put our sprinkles, and we're ready to enjoy. So, to drizzle the white chocolate on top, you can either take a fork and just dip it in and drizzle it all on top, or a little tip that they give you on the package is if you take a Ziploc bag and pour all your white chocolate into the Ziploc bag and then just cut a little hole. If you have any kind of decorating bags, those work as well. But for these purposes, we're going to take the tip that they said on the package, and then it says just cut a little tip off of the edge. So you want to cut just a little tip, and then you're just going to drizzle the white chocolate over the cookies. And I see some of my cookies are misshapen, but you know, that happens sometimes in the baking process. The cookies are too close or just the way they melt themselves, but they're still delicious. If it's a good cookie, the shape is not going to matter. So we just finish these. Finish these off. I'm just going to use the rest. Put some more on this one that didn't have that much. And just use all the white chocolate that they give. And put it on top. And then after, I'm going to take our little sprinkle pack and put sprinkles on. Okay, we are back. on our second recipe. This one is the Campfire S'mores Stuffed Cookies. And I'm starting with the cookie base. And you add 1/4 cup of butter with 1 egg. And we're going to get that mixed up. And then we're going to freeze that mix for 15 to 20 minutes. And then we'll continue with the recipe. Now, as you can see, all of the contents was the cookie base, the chocolate wafers, they have marshmallows, and graham cracker cookie crumbs. So we're going to add our egg in now and mix this up really well, and then once we get it all mixed up, we'll stick it in the freezer and freeze it for a few minutes, and then we'll proceed. All right, I'm excited about this. The first cookies came out pretty good. I like the way they look, and I am excited to taste them all at the end of the video. So I can't wait, and I hope you can't wait either. So we're gonna put all this mix together, and then we have our cookie dough mix, and I'll put this in the freezer and be ready to go for the next process. Okay, so our dough is out of the freezer. Now it says we have to make 12 mounds or make 12 balls. So I'm just gonna eyeball it and cut it in half, and then make 6 from one side and 6 from the other side. 1, 3, 4. Take 2 of these chocolate wafers and put 2 chocolate wafers in the center and cover it up. Roll it out. So, you know, it's always fun to experiment with something. You know, I like to make homemade cookies, but sometimes I don't want to go through the whole trouble of doing all the measuring. And so something like this that's already pre-measured, and all I have to do is put those few ingredients together with it, and I could have a tasty dessert. You know, this right here, it only makes 12, so it's not too much. So it'll be just enough for one family, you know, so it's not too much. So I'm gonna keep going until I get all of these done, and I'll be back in a minute. So now I'm rolling them in the graham cracker crumbs, and then once I roll them in the graham cracker crumbs, I will be baking these at 350 for 12 to 18 minutes. We'll see how long it takes to bake them. I'm not exactly sure. The box says bake them for 8 to 9 minutes, and then, no, bake them for 8 to 9 minutes, and then put the marshmallow on top and bake them until the marshmallows are melty. So let me get this on first. Okay, all of them have been completely coated in the graham cracker mixture, and now I'm going to put them in the bake. Okay, so now as you see, our cookies are out of the oven. I'm going to now drizzle them with some of the chocolate. I did the same trick, put it in a plastic bag, and I'm going to cut the tip off. And now I'm going to drizzle each cookie with chocolate to finish off our s'mores cookie. And The marshmallow just got gooey enough to where it will stick to the cookie. And you can leave them in there even a little bit longer if you want them to be a little more toasty. Some of them got little brown edges on them. Some of them did, not all of them. But, you know, a s'more is supposed to have that chocolate, graham cracker, and the marshmallow. And so I think we got everything in. So I'm just going to do the rest of these cookies. And then we'll move on to the third and final one. To have that more graham crackery taste. And you can use everything they put in here and try to get it to adhere to the chocolate. It's up to you how much you want on there. And that's about all I'm gonna use. And this is our second cookie. So we have one final cookie to do, and that is this one. So give me a minute, let me reset, and I'll open up the cookie base contents. And I'm gonna add the half of a stick, half of a stick of butter, which is a quarter of a cup. So I'm gonna get all this in there. And also we need 1 egg. So now let's mix all of this up together. And once this comes all together, we're gonna again stick this mixture into the freezer and let it get stiff so that we'll be able to handle the cookie dough to form it and get the chocolate in the center and do everything we need to do to prepare it for baking. So I hope you have been enjoying these taste tests and this review of this particular product. If you like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So I'm going to finish getting this together. It's coming together very nicely. And then I'm going to stick this in the freezer so that it can freeze properly. So what I've been doing is I've been taking the whole, well, in the first cookie I had 2 separate bowls, so I put both of those bowls in the freezer. But this time I'm going to put this whole bowl in, and then halfway through I'll take it out when it's a little bit more firm. I'll take it out and put it on another piece of parchment and then stick it back in there. Stuffing it just like we did the Galaxy. I have cut all of the white chocolate up into little squares, and now I am stuffing each ball and then rolling it in the cookie crumbs. So I'm stuffing and then I'm shaping it back into a ball, and then I'm rolling it into the cookie crumbs. Okay, so each one of these boxes made 12 cookies, 12 pretty decent sized cookies. I'm putting a little indentation and then a piece of chocolate and then covering that up and then rolling it in a ball and then rolling it in the cookie crumbs. So you want to make sure you have all your supplies close by so that you can have like in a little assembly line situation. So I have my chocolate here, my cookie dough here, and then my cookie crumbs are over here. So, like I said before, if there's a product out there that you've been looking at or you've been wondering how you use it, or you've been wondering what it tastes like, just send me a message in the comment section, and I will check it out. Tell me where I can buy it, and I'll check it out, and I will do a review for you. So I have a few more cookies. I'm just gonna push a dent in it like I did the other time. Push a piece of chocolate in. That one I need a little piece too. Put your chocolate in, and then cover that chocolate up. Roll it into a ball, and then dip it in the chocolate crumbs. You want to get a nice even crumb on each cookie. And it's sticky enough where it will pick up enough of the crumb. So I'm making an indentation, and then putting the chocolate in, and then closing it up, and then rolling it in a ball. And then putting it in the cookie crumbs. So 3 more, make an indentation. And I put the chocolate in. I did use a little flour to help me manage the dough because it is a very sticky dough. And just to manage it a little bit, I put a little flour on the piece of dough that I stuck in the freezer. But you don't have to do that. You can leave it as the dough, as that sticky dough, and just freeze it a little bit longer. And then you know, put it back in the freezer and let it stiffen up a little bit more, and then you can use it. But I used a little flour, just a little bit, and it should not affect the flavor or texture of the cookie. So 1 more indent. Put the chocolate in. I'm gonna put all my little crumbs into. And then close that cookie around the chocolate, and then roll it in a ball. And now we have our last cookie ready to go into the oven. And this is a 350-degree oven. I'm going to bake it 10 to 12 minutes, and then we'll bake. We'll see how they come out. So I'll see you in a few. Well, we are at the end of this cookie making process. I'm just gonna add some white chocolate to these cookies, which you just need to melt the final pieces of the chocolate that were left in the package. And takes about 30 seconds to a minute to melt them. And again, putting them in the plastic bag and melting the chocolate, putting it on top of the cookies, and then we'll decorate it with some of the cookie crumbs that were left. You can, or you don't have to. It's up to you. So this is the last bit. And that's it. That's all 3 of our cookies. I'm gonna let these cool down, and then we'll come back and try them and see how they came out. Okay, we're back and we have completed all 3 cookies: the Galaxy, the Campfire, and the chocolate cookie. So we are going to taste them now and see how they taste. Naomi, would you like to try the Galaxy one first? Let's try the Galaxy one. It has a little bit of chocolate in the middle. You didn't get to yours, it's right there. But, it's okay. It's a vanilla cookie. I wouldn't say it's the best vanilla cookie I've tasted. With the white chocolate on the top and in the middle, it's okay. I like that I baked it with the edges are a little crunchy. I like that. That's aside. Now, our Campfire cookie. And this one has a marshmallow on top and chocolate on the inside. So let's taste that. Let's taste it together, Naomi. 1, 2, 3.
Tastes just like a s'more.
It's definitely s'more-ish. I do get the graham cracker. I do get the chocolate. The marshmallow is a little lost in all of the chocolate, but it's still a good cookie. Right. The last and final cookie, the chocolate stuffed cookie. Here's one for you, Naomi. I'm gonna take this one. This one has a white chocolate on the middle and white chocolate on the top. So let's try it.
3, 2, 1. That's pretty good.
I was expecting more of a brownie taste.
I was too.
It's not as chocolatey as I would have expected because of the brown cookie and then the crumbs on the outside. I was really expecting a more chocolatey cookie, but I mean, it's a quick cookie, something you can do. It's already prepackaged. It's very little ingredients to add to it. It's a nice snack. I'm not saying I would write home to mom about these, but for just a quick and easy treat, I think it fits the bill. How do you think it goes? Do you think it's okay?
Yeah, that's good.
It's okay? So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Bye for now.